Hey guys, let's talk about books. I bought some books in June, and to be honest, I bought all of them because they were pretty. The first one, which I'm also interested in the insides, let's be real, is Heresy, Jesus Christ and the Other Sons of God by Catherine Nixey. Now, I don't know anything about this author. I just saw it in a bookstore and I thought, yes, I need that. It is beautiful. I imagine that the people in these medallions are known heretics. I suppose I'll find out when I read it. I'm pretty sure this was published this year or last year since I saw it in a bookshop. 2024. The call number is 232.9, which is Family and Life of Jesus. And the blurb, I didn't even read the blurb, it just said Heresy, and that is an interest of mine, is the history of religion, of Christianity. So let's find out what it's about. In the beginning was the Word, says the Gospel of St. John, and this sentence, and the words of all four Gospels, is central to the teachings of the Christian Church. It has shaped Western art, literature, and language, and the Western mind. Yet in the years after the death of Christ, there was not merely one word, nor any consensus as to who Jesus was or why he had mattered. Instead, there were many different Jesuses, among them the arrogant, aggressive Jesus who scorned his parents and killed and crippled those who opposed him, the Jesus who sold his twin into slavery, and the Jesus who had someone crucified in his stead and then laughed. Moreover, in the early years of the first millennium, there were many other saviours, many sons of God who healed the sick and cured the lame. Among them were Asclepius, the son of Apollo, who made the blind see, gentle long-haired Apollonius, who raised the dead, and Salmoxis, who promised his followers eternal life. But as Christianity spread across the Mediterranean, these other saviours were pronounced unacceptable and in some cases heretical, and they faded from view. Now, in Heresy, Catherine Nixey tells their extraordinary story. It is a story of contingency, chance, and plurality. It is a story about what might have been. Oh, it sounds so good! So I'm very looking forward to reading this. Then I bought The Lost Soul by Olga Tokarczuk, which is a picture book, really. And even though it looks like it's pitched at children and it's a very simple language story, it's deep and all those things. Let me see if I've got a blurb here for you. There's no blurb on the book. This was published 2017 in Polish and 2021 in English. Translator is Antonia Lloyd-Jones, and the illustrator is Joanna Concheio. The Lost Soul is a deeply moving reflection on our capacity to live in peace with ourselves, to remain patient, attentive to the world. It is a story that beautifully weaves together the voice of the Nobel Prize-winning Polish novelist Olga Tokarczuk and the finely detailed pen and ink drawings of illustrator Joanna Concheio. I should have looked that up. Who together create a parallel narrative universe full of secrets, evocative of another time. Here a man has forgotten what makes his heart feel full. He moves to a house away from all that is familiar to him to wait for his soul to return. So I was a bit worried that it would be a children's book, but all the reviews said this is going to go over the head of a child. It is deep and profound and about just finding what matters to you in the world. So I haven't read it yet, but these images are beautiful. And some pages too, let me find one. There's like rice paper overlay. It's not as thin as rice paper, but so you've got that, and then just gorgeous. So I'm probably going to read this afternoon because I've been holding off and waiting for a time when I can sit and be quiet and concentrate on what this simple story is trying to tell me. And sometimes that's not what you're in the mood for. The last two, are ones that are beloved to me, and I found them on sale, and so they came to live with me, and that is Half a Muse illustrated editions of The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. and The Great Gatsby by F. Fitzgerald. Let's have a look at them. I haven't even opened them up. I will read you the blurb while it's here. When orphaned Mary Lennox comes to live at her uncle's great house with nearly 100 rooms, she finds it full of secrets. Her uncle keeps himself locked up, and at night Mary hears the sound of crying echoing down one of the long corridors. The gardens surrounding the large property are her only escape. This is white text on pink. It's really difficult to read. Then one day Mary discovers a secret garden surrounded by walls and a locked gate. With the help of 2 unexpected companions, Mary discovers a way in and becomes determined to bring the garden back to life. This unique collector's edition presents Frances Hodgson's Burnett's magical tale of friendship and growth in a giftable new way. Gift from me to me. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. There's Mary going through the door to the secret garden. She's found the key that the robin showed her. It's lovely. And the quote here is, "I'm sure there is magic in everything." I love it. And my sprayed edges. So there's not really illustrations in these. I have persuasion as well. It's not super illustrated, but it's just pretty. There's page 1. I don't know if you'll be able to see that pink. Just those little details. And then in Persuasion, so I'm imagining in this one too, there were like pages with a pull quote that were lovely. Like that. This one says, "The secret garden was what Mary called it when she was thinking of it. She liked the name, and she liked still more the feeling that when its beautiful old walls shut her in, no one knew where she was. It seemed almost like being shut out of the world in some fairy place." Absolutely beautiful. And this is a book that I have been meaning to reread for, I've definitely had the urge since Christmas, so maybe I'll read this version. She's lovely. I don't know when this was first published. The Secret Garden was first published in book form in 1911. Obviously, I've read it 1,100,000,000 times. I love it. And then The Great Gatsby. Look at that. That's Gatsby's house with the pool and the pier. And he is standing on the dock and he's looking out over the water to the green light that indicates Daisy's house. Can we get like the whole thing? Oh my goodness. It says, "Let us learn to show our friendship for a man when he is alive and not after he is dead." The blurb on this one. "The Great Gatsby has been casting its hypnotic spell on avid readers since 1925, meticulously unveiling every decadence and overindulgence the Roaring Twenties label implies. Nick Carraway, Daisy and Tom Buchanan, Jordan Baker, and of course Jay Gatsby himself weave a sordid tale of love and betrayal, wealth and power, and the dark side of the American dream." So I guess that's telling me The Great Gatsby was first published in 1925. Yes. It's all blue in here. It's actually kind of crazy that The Secret Garden is bigger. Like it's thicker. This first quote says, "And so with the sunshine and the great bursts of leaves growing on the trees, just as things grow in fast movies, I had that familiar conviction that life was beginning over again with the summer." Definitely, I've been meaning to reread The Great Gatsby for a while as well. I didn't actually own a copy of this. I don't know where my copy has gone because I was obsessed with this in high school. Obsessed. So I don't know where my copy went, but this is a way prettier copy and I'm so glad to have it. I'm so glad that I found them on sale because I think these are like $50 ordinarily. And there you have it, some beautiful books for June. I have read 2 of them. I'm looking forward to reading 2 of them. And I'm looking forward to talking to you about books in my next video. Bye.